Why am I so fat? I can't believe she treated me that way. Why am I not good enough to be with him? It's a total ripoff. They sold me junk. Ladies, being a victim will get you nowhere. Absolutely fucking nowhere. These are all examples of thoughts we have in our head and things that we think, and we like to blame others. This happened to me. She did this to me. He did this to me. Or even better, the all-time favorite, which I am queen of, blaming ourselves. I can't lose any weight. I can't figure out how to get the body that I want. I can't be smarter. I can't create the life of my dreams. I can't, right? It's just this stupid, ridiculous tape that plays in our head. And in a way, it is a mechanism to help relieve some despair. Because if I can blame you, or if I can blame something else, if I can blame a part of me, if I can blame my body size for why I don't have the man of my dreams, or if I can blame the fat that I have on my body for why I don't have the career that I want, it makes it a little easier for us to digest because we can put it on something that's outside of us. It's my weight, it's my childhood, it's gonna be my boyfriend, it's gonna be my children, it's gonna be anything that I can essentially move responsibility off of myself and onto something else. But this will never, ever serve you. So you have to stop now. And today I'm gonna teach you how to stop being a victim, to no longer live in victimhood, and to stop blaming other people for your life. Ladies, you must take responsibility for your life. That's it. Your childhood happened, all of your experiences happened. Now you have to get in the driver's seat and take responsibility for what happens next. How do you react? How do you process? How do you heal? And how do you live the rest of your life? That is up to you. We'll have to stop carrying this garbage of my childhood this and my parents did that and he did this to me and my heartbreak over here and my first love this and whatever. It is meaningful and it did happen and it has created the person that you are. So there is a place for it. But where we get tripped up, where we really miss the mark, is the intention is to feel what those experiences gave you. So this is an earth school. We have all come in here to inhabit a body so that we can have experiences and mostly to learn about emotions. On a higher level, all of us, everything that has ever happened to you on a soul level has been agreed upon. You have these sacred contracts of, yes, I will do this for you. I will do this terrible, awful thing so that you can learn unconditional love. Or I will do this and you can learn the power of forgiveness. But what we forget while we're here is those sacred contracts. So I want to invite you to kind of expand your thinking beyond linear thoughts of he did this to me, or I suck, or I can't do this, or I don't believe in myself. Whatever kind of tape you have running, there's a far greater, deeper purpose to it. I might be telling you something that you don't want to hear, but all of your victim stories are just stories. Yeah, I said it. It's just a story that you're telling yourself. That's it. And it's a story that you're replaying, retelling in your mind. I heard this and it sounds totally true, that we actually make it worse than what actually happened. That may not be true for every situation, but I believe it's probably true for a lot of situations, that something happens to us. And when we replay it in our mind over and over again, we make it far worse, far more dramatic and traumatizing than it actually was the first time it happened. Because it was just meant to happen the one time, or the several times if it's a string of something. And when we replay it, we add all this extra drama. So you have to get real with yourself that these are just stories. Something may or may not have happened, but what we tend to do as human beings is something that I heard called an add-on. So something happens and then we add on a whole bunch of other stuff. So you need to look at the stories that you're telling and what are the add-ons that you added. Using an example I heard recently from Ira Israel, who is a brilliant author. He was in a car accident and nearly died. That was the story that he used to tell. Then through his healing, he came to learn a car accident happened and the nearly killed him part was an add-on. It was just something he added to the story. The car accident happened. It did happen in time and space. The rest of it, the nearly died, the dramaticism, he didn't nearly die. You don't really nearly die, you die or you're alive. So that was a story that he added. And we tend to do that with a lot of things. So you really need to get clear about what is the story, the victimhood story that you are telling yourself. There are events that did happen. What are you adding on to it? What are you bringing to the table that adds flair and drama? And the other piece of this is, what excuse does having this story give you? If your childhood was so awful, does that give you an excuse to be an ass in present day? I'm so bitter because of the way I was raised. So it gives me an excuse now that I can just be a jerk because I had a crappy childhood. Or, other situations where we use things that have happened to us as an excuse in present day. Well, of course I'm this way. Of course I'm broke. Of course I can't manifest any money because my parents taught me scarcity and limiting beliefs. So of course that's why I'm in this situation. And that's me. I'm using myself. That's an example that I use. My parents didn't teach me anything about wealth and abundant mindset. It was very much the opposite. It was lack, it was scarcity. So here I am, a grown-ass woman, blaming my parents for my money situation. Well, they didn't teach me better. No, grow the hell up, Amity. They did the best they could, and it's my responsibility. And if we even unwind that a little bit, I'm probably adding add-ons to the story to confirm my position, to confirm my excuses for why I am the way that I am right now. So, gotta get real with yourself on your victimhood story if you really don't want to be a victim anymore. You've got to look at the story that you're telling yourself and then look at even further, what is this giving permission for you to do? If some traumatic, horrible things happen, is that giving you a reason for you to have no energy, to lie sick in bed because this horrific thing happened? And I don't want to make light of terrible situations because I just don't. But if we just take a step back and look at those two, what's the story, what's the add-ons, and what excuse is this giving me in present day? Because it is giving you one, or you wouldn't hold on to the story. We are brilliant, and I hope I get that across in every single one of my videos, how amazingly powerful and brilliant we are. We're smarter than we understand. And I think that's where we get lost in the loop. So we are holding on to this victimhood consciousness and this victimhood stories because it is serving us in a way. Your story of a crappy childhood is helping you in some way today. But once you can get a clear picture of how and why, what the dynamics are, then you're in a better position of power to heal that and let that story go. And what happens is, just like dead weight, when you cut the ties, you elevate. So you get lighter, you vibrate higher in frequency, you attract lighter, more positive situations. It's just like cutting dead weight. That's what you're doing. Once you drop the story, drop the victim. Your victimhood thoughts will not serve you. Let's talk about why. Every memory that you have, every moment in where something happened where you split and you blame the other person or you blame yourself. Ladies love to blame our bodies. We love to blame our body size, our body shape, our extra fat, our this over here and that over there, and our saggy this, and that is what we like to do. So every time you do that, every experience, every person, every body part, anytime that happens and you come into victimhood, you are splitting your spirit and you are leaving a part of yourself in that memory. And that memory, that experience, then continues to drain and suck energy from you in present moment. Because most likely these things happened in the past, and your physical body is here in the present moment, but so much of your energy is being pulled back into these circumstances where somebody broke your heart, or somebody did you wrong, or you had a horrible experience because of something about your body. These all suck energy away from your present moment. So let's say you're working with 100 volts and 50 of it is already taken, if not more, depending on how much of the psychic energy you are fueling to your past. Let's say you're working with 50%. So here you are, you have kids and a job and a relationship and friends. You are working at half capacity. Of course you're tired and you're stressed and you have anxiety and you can't sleep. You literally do not have all circuits running because half of your energy is going to shit that already happened that you can't let go and you can't forgive. This is one of the main reasons that you need to stop feeling like a victim, because it is affecting your everyday life. Everything, absolutely everything is being affected. You can't be fully present if you're running at just half capacity. You just can't. The solution to not feeling like a victim is to call that energy back, to heal those experiences, to call the spirit back from those places, and to forgive yourself and other people. That is how we become whole again. So we have these life experiences. We engage in them for the sole purpose of learning. That is why we are here. If you don't know that, I'm telling you today, you are here to learn. Earth is a school, and you're here to master emotions. Period. That's it. So all of these things that happen to you are divinely orchestrated and meant to happen. Nothing in your experience has happened by accident or by coincidence. It is all divinely planned and for your benefit. Nothing has happened in your experience that is not for your growth and evolution. Nothing. Period. Nothing. So if we hold that higher idea in mind, and then we look at situations that have happened. So let's say there was a relationship. No, let's use myself. I had some major mother guilt for my daughter. I wanted to have been just a better mother, to have done things very differently. And we always can look back on our past because we're more evolved and we know more. So we look back on the past and we judge how we were then, without recognizing and accepting that we were working with the best we had access to in that moment. It's so not fair. And if you do that, if you look back at your past and judge the past you, stop that now. Because you literally are another version. You're smarter, you're wiser, let's hope so. So to look back on that version and judge her, no, don't do that. She was doing the best she could. Love her, that's what you need to do. You love her, you bless her, you forgive her. Anywho. So let's take my example of being a mother, wishing I had done things differently, way differently, and maybe made some choices that I just don't love and I wish I had done very differently. I have been holding on to that mom guilt for many, many years. And what humans are meant to do is, as soon as I recognize the trauma from that experience, is to process that, is to witness it, is to feel it. Nobody is talking about bypassing. We are talking about fully processing, healing, because that's why we're here, okay? Yeah. So we feel it, we heal it, we process it, we digest it, and then we move on. And that's where a lot of us get lost. Part of our soul gets broken off. So I have been living decades ago back in these certain situations where I did not act my best, and a piece of my soul, a piece of my essence has been back there. So here I am in 2020 operating at, let's say, 75%. I'm sure it might be less than that, but because parts of my spirit are back here in these memories that I can't let go of, that I can't forgive. Ideally, we feel them, we heal them, and we move on. And we want 100% of our circuits in this present moment. That's vitality, that's health, that's wellness. That's what it looks like. We literally are giving our power away. That's exactly what it is. We are giving our power away to things that already happened, to people that may or may not even be to blame, but our perception is that they're to blame because we don't have access to the full picture. We have access to just through our individual eyes, which is the way that we're supposed to be right now. But these people may not even be to blame for the issues that are going on. So it is time for us to not be victims anymore. You have to get out of victimhood. It does not serve you at all. If you have situations, people, make a list, write out the experiences, write out the people, process what you need to process, let it go. And then you need to forgive them. You have to forgive them. And then after that, or alongside, you forgive yourself. Because I bet most of us hold so much self-blame, more than outside people. We blame ourselves. And again, it's that dynamic of present self looking back and judging past self. And then that's gonna create judgments, and that's gonna separate our energy. And then we're working, in some cases, probably at less than half capacity. You're not gonna thrive. You can't, because all of your energy is already being given to these situations. So if you want to be healthy, if you want to be well, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, you have got to call back your essence from any of these people, places, situations that have taken it. You need to call it back. You need to heal those wounds. You have to forgive those people, and you have to forgive yourself. That is the best way, the only way really, for you no longer to be a victim, to get out of victimhood, and to get access to your full power in present moment. As always, it is my true desire that the wisdom I share and the teachings I share connect with you on such a soul level, and that they can impact you and inspire you and help you just to know that you're a perfect being. You're here for a reason, you have a purpose. So go ahead and head over to the website, amityrose.co. Sign up for the waitlist. I've got 2 courses that I'm working on. One, The Awakened Woman, dives deep into forgiving other people and yourself, as well as healing your relationship with your body. So go ahead and sign up for the waitlist if you're interested in that. Also, let me know in the comments if you would be interested in doing like a forgiveness workshop where we'll go really deep and we'll identify the people, places, and things that really have wounded you and how to call that energy back in. I would love to facilitate something like that. So do let me know if you're interested in something like that, and we will get it together. I hope you enjoyed this video on how not to feel like a victim. Do give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah. I got more videos coming. I love this stuff. I could talk about this stuff all day, if you can't tell. All day, because that's literally what all my stuff is about. Okay, I love you. I have never plugged myself, really, so this is the first time I'm stumbling. None of these thoughts, okay. This is about the Earth School. Okay, back to my thought about the Earth School. This is gonna be one of those videos. I need a storyboard in my head. I have not done any of my keyword research, and I'm just following intuition. How you can become more whole and a better being. Let's go.